Welcome to this course, Manufacturing Technology 2nd Unit 1st and Lecture 6, Metal Cutting Operation. Agenda for today present in this video, numerical for example of the find out the merchant circle diagrams and this is fields of relations, find the value of the this numerical. The orthogonal cutting is said the orthogonal cutting steel with the alpha is the 10 degree rectangle tool with a depth of cut is 2 mm. Depth of cut 2 mm and feed rate 0.20 mm per revolution. The cutting speed of the 200 meter per minute. The chip thickness ratio is the R value is given for the chip thickness ratio is 0.13. The vertical velocity force is the FV is the 1200 Newton and the horizontal cutting force is the 6500 Newton. 650 Newton. Calculate the merchant theory. Merchant theory, the various work done in the metal cutting and shear stress. Find only for the cutting and shear stress. R value is given for the 0.133 and the rack angle and alpha is the 10 degree. Shear plane angle is 5. Find out the shear angle. The shear angle is formula is the this is the shear angle formula. 10 phi equal to r sine cos alpha upon 1 minus r sine alpha. Alpha value is putting for 10 degree. R value putting is the 0.13. This value is find out this. The 10 shear angle is 10 phi equal to 0.32 0.3226. The 10 phi equal to 10 inverse 0.23 3226 is the point of the shear angle is 17.18 degree. The F equal to value for the shear force along for the shear plane. So F equal to is the vertical force is the 1200 Newton and horizontal force is the 650 Newtons. The shear force is also Fs is equal to 6 by Fe cos alpha Fe cos sine minus F, Fh sine phi. Put phi the value is the Fs is the 650 newtons and phi is the 17.80 and the F, Fh is equal to Fv equal to 1200 newtons is the footing for value is phi. This is value find this. The shear force in a shear plane. For the normal force on the plane and n equal to the Fh Fs cos cos phi and plus Fv is sin phi. The put forward value Fv is the 1200 newtons and cos 17.8. The normal force is find out the this 1741.61 newton. Okay, is continue. The area of find out the shear plane is given by the shear area is as equal bt upon sin phi. B value is 2n. The b is the given value for the given the value of the is the b equal to 2 mm 2 mm. The put for the value is this The phi value is also find out the 17.18 Newton. This value is find out the shear area 1.32 3028 mm square. The friction force along rack face is the F equal to 650 newtons sin 10 plus 1200 cos alpha. This is value for phi. The friction force along for the rack is the Newton. The normal force is the normal force on the rack face is the this is n equal to Fv cos phi minus Fs sin phi. Value for the F and the alpha is the 10 degree and Fv that 1200 newtons and sine phi equal to 10. This value 5 is okay. The merchant circuits and various relations among the friction force is the mu at the chip tools interface is given by mu equal to Fn. This value find out the Fe. Coefficient of friction mu equal to इतना find. The friction angle is beta is given by the beta is 10 inverse mu. The mu equal to value find out this the putting for and the find out the value of beta is 71.6 degree. The the velocity the verify the velocity of the shear angle relation suggest for the merchant circle phi equal to pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 beta minus alpha. The phi by 4 minus 5 is 71.56 minus 10 upon 2. This is value find out the 5 other relation. It can be that is the actual value of the shear angle is obtained from the measured value of the shear angle is the 17.18 where the value of calculated for the shear angle is relation for the merchants is the phi is the other given merchant relation phi is the 14.2 and the resultant year is the 20 20.5% and shear velocity formula. This is the formula is the shear velocity and this v equal to the value of the 200 meter per second and cos alpha is equal to 10 and cos the phi is equal to 17.8 minus alpha. This value is vs is the meter per second. The chip velocity vc is given by the vc is equal to v sin phi upon cos phi minus alpha. The v की value is the 200 into sin 17.18 80 upon cos 17 minus 80. This value find out the 18 18.99 meter per second. The shear strain is given by shear strain is formula is this is formula of life for the Vs upon Vc sin A. Vs is value is find the in 90 198.8 the value is V is also put for the value is the shear strain rate is given by alpha psi equal to Vs upon delta V. The V delta y is cos alpha upon z into V as y. The cos 10 into uh, V equal to 2000 the यानी कि टू टू मीटर 200 मीटर पर सेकेंड को हमने कन्वर्ट कर दिया में तो cos 90 cos 17.8 minus alpha into this. This is value find out the delta is the microns. Take for the microns. The shear work done is the WS is the WS equal to Fs into Vs. The Fs is value is this is the value find out Vs. Newton meter per upon mm square. The work done is friction. F is the the friction work is the AF equal to VC. The this is F key value is find out the 12 is not the value is find. The total work is the F FH into V. The this value is 13 1 lakh 30,000 value. The shear work promotion for the total work done is the 11 19 point this is value. The friction work proportion in the total work is done by the 1200 this value is find also find out the friction work upon the friction work upon the this value is also for foot value is 13,000 is the total work. Okay. Friction work upon total work, this is the percentage of the value is professional friction work. What is the friction? It is found the meter of the diameter is the way of the experiment. Ex- Expensive for high value of it the various for the tools with the tools geometry, and the other is cutting condition. Under these conditions the friction force is independent on the normal forces. Another assembly for noted with the experimental data the metal cutting is the force co- coefficient of increase with the increase in the rack angle. The coefficient force also increase the rack angle is shown that the real area changes with by the elastic deformation. When the load increase the plastic deformation, the AS equal to the N upon P. This is formula. The real area find out the value N upon P. P is the P is the yield stress of the stress of the application for. N is the normal applied for load on the shear plane. The friction the variation of coefficient of friction with the in the depend on the rack angle for orthogonal cutting operation. This is the negative is the 10 degree of rack angle, then the coefficient fraction is 0.58, and the this is the negative 5 degree of alpha rack angle is negative, then the coefficient friction is also increased for the 0.72, the rack angle is 0, then the coefficient of friction 0.78, and the positive rack angle is 5 degree, then the coefficient of friction is 0.90, and the coefficient of friction is the rack angle is the 20 degree, and the coefficient of friction is also increased for 1.19. This is the this is the directly the rack angle is the coefficient friction is depend on the rack angle. Okay, rack angle is increases, the coefficient in process of also increases. Rack angle is decreases, the coefficient of friction is also decrease. This okay is the shear angle is the relevance where the number of attempts for drive of the sample of inner for relationship for the relation of the shear angle, which is the good for periodic for and the cutting forces. The sum of parameters also it's for without going for the extensive of the experimentation. The merchant in 1900 41 1941 is derived from the formula is phi equal to uh, is is 5 equal to the 5 by 4 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 alpha minus beta. Okay, this has the shear stress is tau s on the normal plane would be affected for the normal compressive stress is tau n in the linear function of the volume. The tau s is called tau naught plus k plus tau n. The modification of equation for the phi c by 2 plus 1 by 2 equal into alpha minus beta. The C is the represent the factor independent on the plastic property or the material for given is the C equal to the value of the cost inverse K. K is the value of constant. The merchant's cost is the factor mean for invaluable constant for the constant of the temperature. This is the this is graph is present for the of the comparison of the experimental result in the shear angle for the relationship. The shear angle is this is portion for shear angle, and this is portion for alpha minus beta. This is the linear of the estimation intended for the merchant circle and the leaf of the safe theory. This is the present for the leaf of safe theory. Is the C is that steel is the 70 degree of the value. This is shown for the mover circle for the stress on the chip. The boundaries for the stress zone is the resulting in the equation for the this is the cutting of the this is the tool is the cutting forces is the this is the chip. Okay, this is area is the shear is plane of the area. This is the angle is the this is angle is the pi by 4. This is angle also is the phi angle. And C point is the tool tip of the workpiece. The shear plane model is the leaf and safe theory. The f phi equal to pi by 4 plus alpha minus beta. This is the phi is the formula is present for the value of the leaf and safe theory of the leaf and safe theory. Thank you so much.